Hey everybody, happy Star Wars Day and may the Force be with you. Just wanted to say hi on this special day for us Star Wars fanatics. And, I was hoping to have something cool and new to show you for today. I was actually supposed to get a figure from one of the, the Star Wars store actually has these live auctions that they do on Facebook. And a few weeks ago, I won one of the auctions, so I was hoping to have that to show you. But I do have other things to show you. That actually, one of the things I forgot in one of my last videos to show you. But actually, I did get some new stuff, just not new Star Wars stuff. Maybe I could show you one or two of those things here real quick. Actually, since the Comic Cons aren't going on, a lot of the comic book creators are having a hard time creating revenue right now. So one of my favorite creators is a guy named Brian Pulido, and he created a comic book called Lady Death, and it was like a big thing in the late 90s, early 2000s, or whatever else. Chaos Comics, pretty cool comics. It was kind of like a horror comics, with like sexy ladies and blah 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 and so on and so forth. But the storyline was incredible because he touched through all these different, like, I guess you could say, religious factions. So just different kind of, like, he mixed in like stuff like from the Greek mythology, Christianity, Catholicism, whatever else, but just kind of like, but they were horror comics, so it kind of all tied together, and these people were deities from this or that. But yeah, so one of the things that I got from Brian Polito online was this book here, which is a Lady Death, kind of like a pinup art book. But one of the other cool things I got was this one, and this is supposed to be it's Death Widow, so it's like Black Widow. I guess that's kind of mirrored right now, but yeah. But it's supposed to be just kind of a funny take on the Black Widow, but it's Lady Death instead. So that was pretty cool. And then I just picked up this other thing, and actually, I'm about to release a series of videos, and it's going to be essentially like my comic book action figures along with different comic books, and it's all going to lead up to like on the fifth video or sixth video, however many it takes to get there. The last video is going to be on my Lady Death collection and maybe some of the original art that I have from that. But the first video I already actually made, I just haven't posted it yet, and I just start off with my Marvel comic book toy collection that I had from when I was a child. So look out for that. And then the sequencing videos after that are going to be like, the first one's just the loose stuff that I had, and then the other ones will be like packaged stuff and some of the comic books. And then once we get past that, then I'm going to go into like my Black Spider-Man collection and those figures, and then that's going to lead into the Black Cat collection and those figures, and then that's going to lead into Lady Death. So look out for that series of videos that I'm going to have coming out here soon. Just a couple of things I wanted to show before the main thing that I wanted to show was just digging through old stuff. I found how many of you remember these old Tonka toys? And it was like, when Transformers was a big deal, but these were actually, it was like a car. So and you would zip it along, and I think at a certain point, once it was done zipping along, it would pop up into this. And you'd be like, oh, Transformer monster. But yeah, I see the toy shows occasionally, but I still have mine from a child. So I was tempted to buy one thinking that I had lost it. But I found this actually in my grandfather's barn, probably about 5-6 years ago, something like that. I found an old box of toys that I thought I completely lost, which also contains some of the Marvel figures that I'm going to be showing in the next video that's already made. And yeah, but one other thing I want to show you is, I don't know how many of you Star Wars collectors ever got this A-Wing. Now, this A-Wing was supposed to be a Toys R Us exclusive when Toys R Us closed down, and it was never released. You can only get this pilot and this package. It was in a different A-Wing that was done, like, it's a different paint job than the ones that were done prior. But that was a pretty cool thing to get. And at the time, I got this from the Star Wars store. They had them over the holidays. They had, a bunch of them. They had them on a crazy sale, so I couldn't pass it by. But that, sweet individual A-Wings. The original A-Wing is worth a bunch of money. Got that up here. But yeah, gotta love the A-Wings. In like the newer movies, those are the ones that get just completely wiped out. And yeah, they didn't have the power. But yeah, so okay, the last thing, though, we're happy May the 4th. I made a video before showing my vintage figure collection, my vintage Star Wars figures. And I have almost the complete set. I'm only missing 2 figures, both of which just happen to be an R2-D2 figure, and they're both from 1985, and they both have these pop-up sabers that comes out the top of his head. It's supposed to be that iconic scene from Return of the Jedi when he's throwing the saber out to Luke or whatever else. But yeah, so in my vintage collection video, I've completely left out my last 17 collection, which is like one of the more pivotal parts of a whole collection. I showed you some of the carded ones, but I didn't show the part of it that I have that are loose with the coins and accessories and stuff. I'm still missing an accessory or two and a couple coins, but pretty much, I have everything but the R2s. So yeah, I'll just show you that now. These are pretty cool. So those of you that know what the characters are, EV-99, of course, Luke Poncho, Barada, Anakin Skywalker, Han Solo and Carbonite, Yak Face, Luke Skywalker, Rebel Leader, and this one's actually really great condition. No paint rub on the head, the perfectly white, and then the Imperial Gunner. I'm missing his blaster. When I didn't show these in the video, these are basically the crown jewels of the Ewok set. That's Wicked, of course, and then Logray. Then I guess I might as well show you the rest of the last 17 that I have that goes with that set while we're on the subject. And so there's my Amon, my General Lando. Let's go here. We got another Anakin, an Imperial Dignitary. And then to complete that, without those R2s, is Paplu, Warrock, and Ramba and Lumet. So those are all part of that last 17 set, which was the hardest set to find because they came out in 1985, and it was kind of the end of the original Star Wars run of figures, and they weren't produced as highly as the other rest of the figures were. So that's why their value is a little bit bigger than the rest, and they all came with coins. Basically anything that came out with 1985 with a coin is worth more than anything else as far as Star Wars figures goes. But yeah, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this. May the 4th be with you, and I will see you soon with that series of videos. Thanks. See you soon.